earthquakes, volcanism, mass wasting events, and coastal change. How does the changing atmosphere affect the ground under our feet, you may ask? Glaciers. Glaciers are large masses of snow and ice that are being affected by global climate change. Global climate change has affected all 4 spheres of our globe: the hydrosphere, the biosphere, the atmosphere, and the lithosphere. The lithosphere encompasses the uppermost solid mantle and the crust, which is what we see in our everyday lives. Both the upper mantle and the crust are brittle, meaning when put under stress, they break. When glaciers are present on land, the lithosphere beneath is compressed due to the sheer weight of the ice mass. In Alaska, glaciers that once compressed the lithosphere are now beginning to retreat due to the increase of the overall temperature and the decrease of precipitation in the form of snow in these areas. This absence of weight bearing down on the crust relieves the stress, where isostatic rebound can commence. Once this movement begins, a domino of effects can happen. Earthquakes stir the landscape, disrupting our everyday lives and causing damage to infrastructure and can initiate a tsunami. Tsunamis are large walls of water that are initiated by an event such as an earthquake, volcano, or a landslide. These walls of water can reach up to 100 feet in vertical height, causing damage and even death. Mass wasting events can result from earthquakes, causing damage to property, disrupting livelihoods, and injuring or killing people. A fault is a fracture or zone of fractures between 2 blocks of rock. Faults allow the blocks to move relative to each other. Faults that are in the area of rebound can become active where they were once dormant. Volcanism can also reactivate or increase because of decompression and friction of the tectonic activity below. Air quality and fire hazards are prevalent dangers with volcanic activity, along with a slew of other hazards including dense pyroclastic materials that can collapse infrastructure and damage air quality, lahars, projectiles, deadly volcanic gas, pyroclastic flows, and surges. All of these are a danger to human life and livelihood. Although all of these events occur in nature, our part deals with climate change. Climate change, stemming from our overproduction of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, has affected these natural cycles by increasing, amplifying, or even triggering these events where they likely wouldn't have occurred in our lifetime without our influence. For Earth, damage has been done that is irreversible, but there is an abundance of damage that can be prevented or minimized. There are several ways to begin healing our planet and slow or even stop some of the effects of climate change. Mitigation or reducing the flow of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and adapting to damage and change that has already occurred are 2 of the key factors in resolving this issue. The burning of fossil fuels for electricity, heat, transportation, or industry needs to be checked. Utilizing alternative sources such as wind, solar, geothermal, and hydro can be our key to a cleaner, healthier future. Employing these methods of energy production along with fossil fuels could help ease the transition to renewable resources. Adapting to the damage that the Earth has incurred from climate change is also very important. Adapting means reducing our vulnerability to the harmful effects of climate change, while also mitigating the cause for it. Using these alternative sources in tandem to alleviate the deficit each one provides is also an option for the future. When speaking of the future, we must remember that the sooner, the better. These mitigation tactics, along with the efforts of the whole world, will be the only way we can become sustainable and keep our planet as we know it.